you will be fascinated to hear this. It starts with Lakers guard Avery Bradley opting out of playing in the NBA's Orlando bubble. He has been a co-leader of a players' coalition with Kyrie Irving that has sought to have several social justice issues addressed by the league in their restart plan. And he told ESPN, "As committed to my Lakers teammates and the organization as I am, I ultimately play basketball for my family. And so at a time like this, I can't imagine making any decision that might put my family's health and well-being at even the slightest risk. As promised, also, I will use this time away to focus on the formation of projects to help strengthen my community." So Avery Bradley is not going to be playing in the restart. Here's our man Woj, Adrian Wojnarowski. Woj, what can you tell us about Bradley's decision?
Greeny, it was driven by family. He's got a 6-year-old son among their 3 children that has a history of respiratory illness, and they did not believe he would be cleared along with his family to go into the bubble after the first round of the playoffs and join Avery. And so the idea, number one, of being away from his family for 3 months under those circumstances and worried about going back in to his house and possibly bringing, whether it's the virus or bringing anything in with him that would negatively affect him. It was a tough decision. Avery Bradley's been a great pro in the NBA. He's a starter on the best team, certainly in the Western Conference this season, and losing him is a significant blow for this Laker team.
No question. And the reasons why he's doing it are easy to understand and all of that. But then we turn the page to the part of this that gets to be a little bit of fun as we ask you, who might the Lakers turn to as a replacement?
J.R. Smith. His agent, Rich Paul, was in contact with Rob Pelinka, the Lakers general manager. They've already been discussing the possibility of him joining the Lakers and taking Avery Bradley's spot on the roster. Now, J.R. Smith's been out of the league essentially 2 years now, and there is some guard depth on this Laker team. If you remember, Dion Waiters signed with the Lakers prior to the shutdown, but the Lakers did work out J.R. Smith earlier, around that same time when they went with Dion Waiters, Alex Caruso, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. So there's some other players who certainly will pick up, burden some of those minutes that they lose with Avery Bradley. But J.R. Smith, I'm told, is a leading candidate to join this Laker team. There's no agreement in place now, but they talked last night. I'm told they'll speak again today.
All right, so all of us who are in the interesting business are certainly hoping that happens, because J.R. Smith and LeBron
it leads the league in interesting.
Are always interesting, no question. What more do we have on opt-out decision day? That's today. The players who are choosing, as Avery Bradley did yesterday and a few others have, not to go back and play in the restart. Today is the day that they need to let people know. What more do we expect today?
Well, first along those lines, Greeny, this is really, teams are treating today as almost a soft date for that opt-out. That if you want to be excused and get paid and go through a process, essentially through a medical panel, to do that, you've got to let the league, you've got to let your team know by today. But teams don't have to give their rosters into the NBA until July 1. And that's really the day that teams are targeting. So players like Victor Oladipo in Indiana, who's ramping up his activity this week with the team, he'll have a better idea maybe by July 1. But Indiana's plans are, even if he's not sure, they're not sure about that knee and its health, they can take him to Orlando and opt out really at any point of this. But I still think there's some players considering it. What you're going to see more, I think, today, Greeny, as teams all over the league did coronavirus testing with their players yesterday and expect to get those results back today, you may see, another run of positive tests. We reported yesterday Nikola Jokic, who's certainly the highest profile player in the league, who we know has tested positive. He's still in Serbia, and he'll travel to join the Nuggets in Denver once he's cleared within the next week, I'm told.
All right, so a lot to keep an eye on today, and Woj, obviously you'll be doing that for us, and we'll check in with you again tomorrow. Thank you very much.